Hey guys, welcome back. We are in my latest video with my good friend here, Tori Puras.
Hey.
Follow her on Instagram, it's good stuff. Today we're going to be showing you how to achieve this flawless skin. So if you're wondering what I do on my clients with their skin routine, please continue watching this video, grab a drink, grab some popcorn, and let's start glamming. Alright guys, so for the first step, we're going to prep the skin with a moisturizer. So since Tori has more drier skin since we're hitting the winter season, I'm going to be using this Khiels moisturizer, the Ultra Facial Cream. So I'm going to go ahead and have Tori just take a little bit out of the jar.
Use the back of my nail.
Perfect. It's like her little spatula. And just put some on your finger and tap it all over your face. So you want to tap, not rub, but tap it into your skin. Perfect. Now I normally use a foundation brush when I'm working on clients, but since it's just Tori here, I'd rather her pat it into her skin so it penetrates the skin and absorbs into it evenly and nicely. After I apply moisturizer onto my client, I like to hydrate their lips. So I love this lip booster. It is from Sally's. I don't know if you can see. There we go. It's the lip booster and I get it from Sally's Beauty. It's only like 10 bucks and it also plumps your lips. So the next step is I want to moisturize under her eyes, so I'm going to be using an eye cream. The eye cream I'm using is this eye cream here. It's by Dr. Dennis Gross and it's beautiful, lightweight, and glides very easily. So one pump is all you need and I just place it on the back of my hand. I'm going to be using my ring finger and applying it under her eyes on the orbital bone. And the reason why I am using my ring finger is because it is the lightest and most gentle finger and I don't want to put too much pressure under her eyes. So the next step is foundation, and we're going to be using my favorite foundation of all time, the NARS All Day Luminous Foundation. The reason why I do love this foundation is because it's perfect for all skin types and it's buildable. So it's medium coverage, but you can get a full coverage with this foundation. So you're going to shake the bottle first, and then I'm going to be using this dish, or you can use the back of your hand, and just pump a couple of drops, I'm going to do 3, onto the tray. Less is more, so there's no point in overusing your product. So the brush that I'm going to be using is by Real Techniques. It's not an expensive brush by any means, and I friggin' love this brush. So it's stiff end, and it just blends foundation so nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and dip it into the palette here. And I'm starting off at the bottom of her face, and I'm just kind of like dabbing it like I would a beauty blender and penetrating the foundation into her skin. Now Tori already has like flawless skin, so my work is pretty easy to do here. And I'm just always stroking downwards. I never want to stroke upwards because I will feel so uncomfortable to your client. So always push down and go towards the bottom. So I completed the foundation. As you'll notice, I did not go underneath her eyes. So I never take the foundation fully up because I'm going to go in with the concealer and go under the eyes. The less product under your eyes is the better because you want to avoid creasing and you don't want too much product underneath your eye because it is a sensitive area. So I'm going to go in with the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealers, and this one is Custard. So I'm going to use this under her eyes, and if she had any imperfections like blemishes, I would go over that as well. This is the same shade as her foundation, or close to at least. So I'm just going to take it and swipe underneath. Blend it in with a foundation brush here, and again it's always tapping motions because I want to buff the concealer in and not swipe it away, so you always want to press underneath. So pretty, girl. Gotta make me laugh. gonna do the other side, and I'm gonna go in later with a smaller concealer brush to get in under this eye area that I'm missing. I'm gonna use a smaller, more precise brush. It's flat and perfect to get into small areas. So Tori's just gonna look up, and I'm gonna clean up the sharp line that's underneath her eye here. What I love also about doing eyes first is you avoid like any fallout, like there won't be a mess after. So I do her eyes, clean up the mess under her eye, and then do face. It makes the job a lot quicker that way, and I find it just looks better. So now I want to buff it even more, so I'm using a small damp beauty blender, and we're going to use the pointy edge to get right under her eye. You don't want to use the other side because it's just way more uncomfortable for your client. So pointy side up, ask your please look up, and just always dab. This smooths out the cream or the foundation even more as well to give that airbrush finish. Now we're going to highlight, and we're using a tone that's 2 shades lighter than your foundation. So I'm going to use another creamy concealer by NARS, and this shade is Vanilla. So I'm going to be applying just a little bit on the highest points of her face. So we're going to use, I'm just like literally putting little dots on her cheekbones. On her chin, the Cupid's bow here, and the bridge of the nose, and just a little bit in the center of her forehead. I also kind of like taking it along your jawline. And then you're going to take the damp beauty blender again and blend it all out, girlfriend. So I'm just blending away.
Beating my face.
Bouncing. Bounce, bitch, bounce. Since we've been using wet products, we have to set the makeup with a powdered product. So I'm going to set the highlight areas with a lighter shade powder. Now, honestly, this is like a no-name brand, and I freaking love it. I get it from cosmetic company. It's a store for makeup artists, and it's awesome. So just use any powder that you have. Could be anything that's 2 shades lighter than your foundation. And again, I packed. I hate swiping. You never want to swipe because you're going to swipe away the product. You always want to penetrate the skin and push product into your skin. So we're going to do that all in the highlighted areas. And I'm using an angled brush here. Why I like this angled brush, you may ask?
Why?
Because it's nice and pointy, and that pointy part gets right under the eyes so nicely. Wow. Now for some contour. You can go in with a cream contour, but lately I've just liked sticking to powders. It's nice and quick, not so heavy on the skin. So I love using the Hula bronzer by Benefit. It's a beautiful bronzer, and it's usually good for many skin types. We're taking a clean brush, and I'm starting at the forehead, top of the face, and I'm patting in the product. Why? Like I said before, you always want to penetrate the product into the skin and not swipe away. Always pat. Now we are going to contour underneath the cheekbones. So you take the brush and you want the pointy end at the bottom on an angle, and you're going like this. So this, I'm going kind of small strokes and start defining her cheekbones. Small strokes. And don't worry about it not looking like totally blended, because I'm going to go back in and blend it all out. I look so funny in this little corner.
Hey guys, what's up?
Now we're going to contour her nose, and we're using the same product, the Hula bronzer, and I like to use a fluffy brush. Now this brush is a little more stiff, and it gives you a really nice contour. So let's zoom in and see what I do. Taking some product, I'm tapping it. I always tap with the brush upwards so the product falls into the brush.
Smart.
And I am starting at the bottom here. So now I'm just going on to this side of the nose here, keeping it very close to the center. And again, don't worry about harsh lines right now because we are going to blend it out later. We're just building the foreground of the contour. And then you can take the bronzer, close, and swipe it into the crease because you want that all to connect. Just going to start blending. So I'm going in circular motions and blending out the harsh line. Okay, now face the front.
Oh, the front camera.
And again, circular motions and blend it out.
Blend.
Do you love a good contour?
I love the contour. It makes my face look skinnier than it actually is.
Nope. You just want to go over the lines that you've created and blend it out.
This is a weird one. Right on the nose.
It is a little weird.
Looks good though, it's worth it.
Agreed. Okay, now I'm taking a small fluffy brush again, dipping it in, and we are going to highlight her Cupid's bow to make all the boys want to kiss her. And I really like doing this. I think it's so cute by putting just a tiny bit of highlighter on the tip of her nose and the tiniest amount, tap it on the bridge here. A little bit more here. And I already did this when I was doing your eyes, but you can also add this in your tear duct area here, the inner corner of your eye, to give your eye more brightness and a little bit more glow. I'm going to add a little bit of blush, and I'm using the Morphe palette here. One's matte and one has a little bit of shimmer to add to the glow.
And those are just darker blush?
They're warmer tones.
Oh, okay.
So what I want you to do is just smile so you can get the apples of your cheeks. And I applied blush in tapping motions.
Obviously, you can't swipe the product away. I'm learning.
She's learning.
I'm learning.
She's kind of looking like an 80s star right now, so let's blend it out. Circular motions. How is that lip plumper feeling?
Good. It was a little tingly at first for sure. But I like it.
Awesome. Did it hydrate your lips too?
Yeah, it definitely did. I was worried it'd be more sticky than hydrating, but it was definitely hydrating.
Awesome. I'm gonna line her lips first, and the color that we're using is Subculture by Matte. This is a really nice nude and goes with a lot of shades.
I love matte liners.
They're beautiful and they're creamy and they're very easy to like apply with. And Tori has beautiful, luscious lips to begin with.
I want bigger lips.
Then we'll overline.
Perfect.
So I'm just going to overline her lips the tiniest bit to give her some more plump. Now we're going in with the liquid lip. So this is again Nudist by the brand Buxom. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go in and add a gloss because Tori has been loving glosses lately. So we're going to do this beautiful gold gloss from Colorpop, and the color is My Jam. Look how metallic and beautiful that is. So just apply. Wow. I can't, girl. Looks so good. Alright guys, so now for the last part. This is the most crucial part of your skin routine. We're gonna go in with a setting powder. In this case, it's the Mercier Translucent setting powder. This is my favorite powder ever. I've tried everything and nothing does the best job that this one can do. What it does is it sets all your makeup and it leaves your skin looking smooth and flawless. You're gonna unscrew the lid, and then we're gonna use the lid and dump the product. It's very powdery and loose onto the lid like that. Now you're gonna go in with a bigger fluffy brush and take the translucent powder that is on the lid, and I'm going to lightly bake under her eyes. If you are someone with mature skin and has lots of fine lines and wrinkles, you do not want to use this product a lot in those areas or else it's going to show up more. Tori does not, so we can go ahead.
I look youthful.
And look youthful. So I'm packing it on underneath. This will avoid any creasing that may happen under the eye. I'm going to go onto this side and do the same. Now the nose gets pretty oily, so I'm going to be putting it on her nose. And the chin. Forehead, oops. Chin. And now I'm going to take one of these sponges that you can buy from the dollar store, Shoppers, wherever. And we're going to take this flat side, dab it onto the product. Turn your head over here. And I'm literally going to swipe it, the only time you're going to swipe it here, and it's going to even more so define her contour. So you're just going to swipe it like that. And then pat the product in. Other side. I love that. Perfect. And I'm just going to use the leftover that I have and lightly go all over her face. And then we have a flawless finish. Ooh. Thank you so much for watching. That is the end of this look. Please let me know down below in the comment section if you have any questions. What I did for her eyes was we used the Hula Beauty palette in Desert Dusk and one of my Beyond the Skin mink strip lashes in the style Vixen. And how do the lashes feel, Tori?
Really light. You can hardly tell that they're on.
Awesome.
I love it. So glam.
She's so glam.
Gotta be extra glam on the lashes, always.
You heard her, always.